We are here today to build the framework. So I'm in the Jamstack Discord, and there's a lot of people who come in and ask for help. What framework should I choose? I've heard the best framework to choose is this. I have been told to use this. A lot of the time people have this tech bias. They want people to choose tech that they know and love, but they don't necessarily need that tech for that project, for those features. So I want to encourage a problem-first approach to choosing tech based on the features that you need in your product. And I want to build it with Astro, right? Because some of you who have been following me on this streaming journey know that I have tried to use Astro in a few projects. But I still haven't built a production proper app in Astro, and I've been getting quite involved in the Astro Discord and community. Just being around people in there is really, really nice. It's such a lovely community. So I want to help them improve the product by building with it, and also just, try and build something useful and cool. So first things first, I put a tweet out on Twitter, didn't I? I've got an idea for a new project, but I need data. And I want this tool to help you discover new frameworks, because I want it to help me discover new frameworks as well. So initially I was thinking, shall we think about the UX, or shall I think about how to organize the data? Okay, so we have JSON files or Markdown files that capture particular data about a framework. But then I thought this isn't scalable, because how do we keep one source of truth for the data structures? So I thought, we might need a DB to ensure each entry accounts for each data point. We could just set up the database structure, all the columns, blah, 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 add a row, and you see exactly what you need to add for each framework. However, I want to keep my data in code to help with the open source contributions. And then what happened? Yeah, so I want to keep my data in code. So do we do it the other way around? So I have an array of properties that are mapped, that have a property key, right, static. But then I'm going to need a data file for each framework with the data on it. And so it's like this, the data is going to be difficult. So I'm wondering whether I just need to make a prototype and to just figure it out as I build it, because I'm not sure of the correct approach right now. And I was hoping that when I explained this to you, someone would go, oh yes, do this, do this. Maybe we just ask questions and I don't want it to be, do you want server-side rendering? I want it to be, does your app, website, product need to respond to dynamic data on each request? Right, the first question we ask is basically a multiple choice with this, and that immediately narrows the list down. Thanks, Theo. Right, watch this. What type of website do you want to build? We can refine that question. Static site, mostly static. This makes very much sense. Thank you, Theo. Now, what we can start to do is start to categorize the different frameworks to use based on these. So what we'll do, bootstrap a new Astro application, set up some JavaScript to answer this question, and then return a group of frameworks based on the answer to this question. That is the first little prototype thing. And to be honest, that would actually be valuable in itself. I think we've nailed the concept. Okay, so what the framework? I never know what to pick. I never know what to pick when this question comes up. Empty. How would you like to set up TypeScript? See, again, I've such decision paralysis. I don't know what to pick. I went with strict. So we've chosen an empty project with strict TypeScript. To be honest, this only needs to be a single page right now. And later on, I can add separate pages for separate frameworks. Stage 1, answering one question, returning a list of frameworks, depending on answer. Okay, mostly static, often updated. So now what we do, we read the query parameter on submit, if there is one, and then we show a list of frameworks. Astro, add Netlify. Now I have that. Enum, let's just call it website type. We've got static, mostly static, often updated, not static. String enums, that's what I want. You'll see why I need this. I want to put this in the HTML. Let's just check that. There it is. Okay, lovely, lovely. Got my enums. This is why TypeScript is useful today. If type is that or null, const show form equals type equals null. Okay, so I need conditional rendering. It's a ternary. Great. And then we put that here. Great. Mostly static site. It's gone. Const framework options equals, right, this needs to be an object. Come on. Mostly static. Give me frameworks. Next.js. Static site. Give me frameworks. Start again. All right. Not static. Give me frameworks. Okay. Right. Let's turn the form into a component. What do we call it? Decisions. I'm going to call it decisions. Import decisions from components. Decisions. So I don't need to pass in website type. I want to have decisions import website type. Okay, so let's have a look at where we put data types, and I want data enums.ts, and I want to export enum from that, and I want to import website, right? That worked. And then I've got data frameworks.js, ts, export const frameworks, and then here we're going to import frameworks from data frameworks. But you know what I need to do now? What I need to do now is I need to make that a capital. Frameworks. I am going to turn this button into a component for reasons. I'm going to move that to here. And I'm going to import start over from components start over. And what I'm also going to do is framework options. So new file, options. So what we're going to do here, we're going to pass in the frameworks as a prop. So what do we do? Const frameworks equals astro.props. That's what we do. I'll just call this options, actually. And then we go here. So if we import framework options, and we do framework options, take that, do that, options, option. There's that. And that means that when I go here, I pass in options equals framework options. In fact, I'm just going to call that options squiggly. Oh, yeah, okay, fine, yeah, good. So now I have componentized it and separated out the data. Great, let's commit this little refactor. Do you know what? Let's deploy to Netlify, because we can. Let's get it online. New site. The claw. What? The framework. Astro build. Dist. No toml? Yeah, I'll have a toml. That's how easy it is to deploy a site. Now I'm using SSR. Remember, I'm using the adapter, the Netlify adapter to do SSR. The site is live now. Well, the framework.netlify.app. What would you want? You want that. You want that. Start over. Right, there we go. Here is the prototype. There is so much more to do, but I think this is a good start.